PWP Nation, where wrestling discussion lives.
Well, hello there. Dukes, Keith, and Griff here from the Anything But Credible podcast, a.k.a. the ABC Pod. Fellas?
Holla.
Oh, hello. We're here to let you know that you could be possibly missing out on the best podcast ever created, aside from the Offended podcast, of course, and you don't want to be missing that. Now, what makes us the best? Griff? Yeah, great. Keith? Exactly. Look, I'll keep it really simple for you. Crazy people, crazy news, crazy theories, crazy uncredible. That's right. We made that word up. Griff, Keith, say something crazy for me.
Russia wants you to believe in Finland. Real.
Nice. Look, you can find us just about anywhere that you get your podcast, especially Apple Podcasts. Also, don't forget to hit us up on Facebook at ABC Pod. That's ABC POD. Twitter at _ABC Pod. And Instagram at ABC Podcast. Check in with us for a new episode every Monday and join the conspiracy to commit stupid. We will see you then, and shout out to the Offended Podcast.
Adios. Later, guys. Like you more than a friend.
What's up, everybody? Kyle Fauché here to tell you about my brand new podcast, the Going Off Topic podcast, brought to you by the Anything But Credible Network. On Going Off Topic, I look at all forms of media, from different real and theoretical angles that you don't usually hear about. From movies, to TV, to music, to sports, to gaming, to anything really. You never know what the topic will be, but you're guaranteed a new angle and a different conversation about it, that's for sure. You can find Going Off Topic anywhere and everywhere that you get your podcasts. Check out our social media feeds on Facebook, Going Off Topic with Kyle Fauché, on Twitter, going_off_topic, and don't forget about anythingbutcredible.com, where you can find everything for the pod, including the written blog post. That's right, we're carrying over the Going Off Topic blog to anythingbutcredible.com too. So check it all out there, and I'll catch you on the next topic.
And welcome to Offended, presented by PWP Nation. It's your boys, Tricky and Stoutsy.
What's up, you fucking marks?
What's up, what's up? I'm getting kind of sad not saying Corey's name every week. No, like...
I know. I think we'll be back soon. Maybe next week.
It's getting kind of boring just talking to you again.
I know. Especially since we're not in the same room. It's just a reason to, like... It's just a reason to talk on the phone, even though we literally just, like, text and social media each other, like, all day, every day. It's just, like, a never-ending, like... We have, like, 5 never-ending conversations.
We really do. We really do. It's kind of hilarious.
Yeah. We keep up well with it.
But hey, that's friendship, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, on today's show... We get to talk about how shitty of picks that we made for the first round of the Stanley Cup Playoffs. We'll discuss a little bit of the second round. And that's about it. We've got basically a Hockey Talks episode of Offended today.
Yeah. So we don't really have much going on elsewise to, like, really discuss. I mean, we have Thrones, but we do our own little Thrones segment that everybody should check out. And
should check it out. I guess so. We'll try to do it have a new episode every Tuesday, because I kind of like doing it on that Monday night.
Yeah, so do I. It's fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I mean, Avengers is coming out, but I won't be able to see it until I can sit through a movie for 7 hours. And
I was going to bring up Avengers right before we get into our Hockey Talks. So I was going to see just a little quick conversation.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, since it's the end, 22 movies later. It's fucking crazy
to think
about. It's fucking crazy to think about.
It's crazy that I watched, like, 20 of them in, like, 2 weeks to catch up.
Have you seen Infinity War yet?
No, because I'm supposed to watch it with Bowman, but I haven't
Just
seen
fucking
Bowman.
watch it now. Just text Bowman and be like, dude, I'm watching it. I have to watch it.
I know. I need to watch that. I think I need to watch, the Ant-Man Wasp one.
Actually, that's the one I haven't watched yet.
which isn't like, I guess, very, very important, but I still want to watch it.
It's on Netflix.
I know. So is Infinity War.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just fucking watch it.
I know.
I know.
Fuck Bowman.
Yeah, fuck you, Bowman. It doesn't have Logan in it. We need to just make a t-shirt and give it to Bowman. It just says it doesn't have Logan in it.
He'd wear it.
He would. He totally would.
He'd wear it.
With all that being said, let's get into songs of the week. Let's get right into it.
I'm down.
All right.
You want to go first since I've gone first the last month?
I guess. Yeah,
it's only fair.
All right, I got it. My first song this week is by this guy, Little Dicky Earth.
Nice.
Did you watch that video?
I did. It's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
It's kind of a catchy song, too. I like the beat.
And I like it's for a good cause.
Yeah, it is. He's the man. And he's just, hanging out with Leo, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say, I love how Leo just pops up at the very end.
Yeah. I guess he's, really been in, deep talks with Leo, which is kind of cool and doesn't surprise me because, Lil Dicky's just, a normal dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he really is.
He's just, a normal good dude who's just, very creative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good song. I liked it.
I was going to say, that website he tells you to go to at the end, isn't that Leonardo DiCaprio's website?
Believe so.
Yeah.
Believe so. Some people did not like it at all. They were like, this is, terrible. I was like, well...
It's for a good cause.
It really... Yeah, it really wasn't supposed to be, this catchy, song you just, bang on the radio all the time or something.
What was Little John in the song?
Oh, God.
That's the best part.
The fuck?
Because he's pissed about it.
Yeah, damn it. What is he? I don't... the funny part to me is how Kevin Hart is Kanye West.
Yeah.
Because for some reason he just couldn't get Kanye or some shit. I don't know.
Hey, I'm Kanye West.
Hey, I'm Kanye West. Yeah.
Which is actually hilarious if you think about it, because everybody is playing a different type of animal.
yeah. It's just Kanye West.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, good song, good cause.
Mm-hmm.
Earth Day.
I'm looking it up right now. I'm trying to see what Little John was just bugging me. Oh. You can go have your first song while I look it up.
All right. My first song is by a little band called Sixpence None the Richer. A little song called There She Goes. I think it's a 90s song, but it might be even a 2000.
You're not thinking of the one like I said a couple weeks ago, are you? There she goes.
Oh shit! Yeah, but which band did you pick?
I picked the LA's. I think there's two different versions.
There is. I picked the Sixpence None the Richer. I think they were the original, and I think the LA's had their own version.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Let's give the listeners both versions.
Yeah, It's going to be our new Nightmare Before Christmas argument. Which one's better?
Dude, I don't know. I like them. I like them both. I think it just depends on my mood. If I want to hear
it is the same song,
picks.
Isn't it?
It's the exact same song.
It's weird. It's so weird how those two bands got them popular, and they're not that far apart from each other on release date.
No, it's a good song. I like it. I like both versions. Both versions are really good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's right. You did pick that song.
Little John's a clam. That's who it was. Really? I'm a motherfucking clam?
Really? I'm a motherfucking clam? Oh, Little John.
There she goes. There she goes again.
It's a great song.
It is
God,
a great song.
There's so many songs I just want to play at the fucking bar.
Right?
Where me and you are the only ones that just people are like, what's this song played? And we're just sitting there
Dude, I've been doing it at Bombers just with wrestling music lately. It's been hilarious.
Yeah, you sent me that snap the other day. You're like, they got all wrestling music. I was like, oh my god, you're having a field day.
Dude, during the Blues game, it was the Schwartz game when he scored that
game winner? Yeah.
Yeah, game 5. I played the Seth Rollins theme song, and a couple people in the bar yelled out, "Burn it down." I'm like, yes.
Nice.
Yes. Oh, yes, I got him. But anyway, my second song this week is by Bare Hands. They have a new song out called Reptilians. Really good song. It's a little different from like previous stuff that they put out. I really like it. You know, maybe Roadhead, windows down.
Oh.
A little indie vibe. Yeah.
Little Roadhead. Oh, hey, I have to make a correction on one of your songs from, I think, last week.
The correction?
The one with Mark Hoppus and who you said was the guy from Yellow Card.
Is it not?
It's not the guy from Yellow Card. It's the guy from All Time Low.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Because I like looked it up to listen to it. Because I can't remember exactly what the song was, but I was like, Mark Hoppus and someone else, new song. And I was like, well, that's not the guy from Yellow Card. Yeah, it's the guy from All Time Low, which I couldn't tell you who the fuck that is.
He sounds like Yellow Card. He even looks like the guy from Yellow Card.
A little bit, yeah. I was like, I could see why you thought that.
Oh, well, still a good song.
I don't know. A correction? Me? Yeah. I don't know why I didn't text you right away like, you idiot.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah. I didn't want to burst your bubble.
That's all. Thanks.
It's a good song, though. I like the song.
Thanks, man. You didn't want to burst my bubble, but I've been bursting your bubble every week, sending you Snapchats of me out at a bar.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. Thank you.
You're welcome. We used to act like you're here.
That's what friends are for.
Strange love. Dude, that's just a good song, man.
That is a good song. I like it.
What's your second song?
My second song, it's by a little band called Dead Kennedys.
Ooh,
a little song called "I Fought the Law."
Ooh, good song. Good fucking song.
Yeah, I used to really like the Dead Kennedys in 8th grade for some weird reason, and I don't know. Oh, because I was watching History Channel and they were talking about Cambodia, and then the song "Holiday in Cambodia" came to my head, and I was like, oh fucking Christ, Dead Kennedys, and so I was like, oh fuck yeah, I forgot about the Dead Kennedys. So I was on a Dead Kennedys kick for a day the other day.
See, I haven't listened to them in a while. They're good.
Yeah, they remind me of I feel like they were the Rage Against the Machine before Rage Against the Machine.
Totally.
You know?
Them and the Clash, I feel like both were.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, good song. Plus, the Dead Kennedys are in every Tony Hawk or skateboarding.
They are
video game.
You know, for the longest time, I actually thought the Clash sang that song.
I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Clash are really good too.
Well, a good song. Good song.
Nice. My third song this week comes from the the Game of Thrones soundtrack coming out. It's with The song is called "Power Is Power" by The Weeknd, SZA, and Travis Scott. And that song is it's a Game of Thrones rap song, basically.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I saw it the other day, last week or something, that they were coming out with this Game of Thrones song.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be in the in an episode, or
I doubt it.
I doubt it too. Jesus Christ, I got the hiccup. Sorry. And people were upset, and I was like, they're not going to put it in an episode.
If they put it in an episode, it's going to be during the credits or something. They
wouldn't put it in the middle of it. That would just make no sense.
Yeah.
You would just be clashing two different.
Right.
It would just be so dumb.
Right. And you were the one that sent me that Florence and the Machine cover of that song that Podrick sang, right, in the last episode. Yeah, I think that's going to be on the soundtrack as well. So
I hope so, because that was really fucking good.
Yeah, it was. And
it made me it made me sad. I think I tagged you and Katie and just go, everybody's died. Everybody's gonna die. This is too sad.
I don't like it anymore.
Yeah, no,
I don't like it. But yeah, anyway, I like it. It's just a banger of a song.
Cool. I'll have to listen to it. I'll have to check it out.
Check it out, brother.
All right, so my third song this week is a little throwback by a band called Counting Crows.
Ooh, getting all throwbacks this week.
A little song called Big Yellow Taxi.
Oh my god, I forgot about that song. To get
good song.
Paradise, put up a parking lot. Ooh, bop, bop, bop.
bap, bap, bap.
Who's the chick in that song with him?
Vanessa Carlton.
That's right, yes.
Her
Her only other hit single.
yeah.
3,000 miles.
Yeah, good little 2000 song, I feel like it was always on the fucking radio.
Oh my god, it was. I remember like when it first came out, everybody liked it, but it was so overplayed, everybody started hating it. I remember my mom started fucking hating that song after a while.
It was like, all right, we get it. They built the parking lot. You're upset.
Yeah.
Shut up.
The day of paradise, put up a parking lot. And that was Michael McDonald singing that song. If I have to hear, I'm gonna be there one more time. I'm gonna burn this place to the ground. And that was Ant-Man.
What's your fourth song?
Yeah, my fourth song. My fourth song this week is a song that I cannot stop playing right now, and it's become one of my favorite songs by Billie Eilish. "Wish You Were Gay." It's one of my favorite songs right now. The song is fucking amazing.
It's a very good song.
Yeah, it's like she has such a 1950s like voice, and they mix her voice with like this dark modern day like pop style that just like, I don't know who would have thought to do that, but it just works so fucking well, man.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, that whole album's really good.
She has a beautiful voice, like legit, like an iconic voice.
Yeah, I can't remember what song I picked. I don't know if I picked her, maybe I mentioned it like a few weeks ago. It might be like the last one where it's like she's like singing.
You, because we both picked "See You in the Crown," and then you were like, okay, I'll pick a different one, and you picked "Bad Guy."
Yeah, no, but it wasn't Bad Guy though. It's a different one. Maybe it's like Wish something. Damn, I can't think of it. But she like is legit. Like, not that she's not like legit singing, but like when in certain songs they really amp up their vocals. Yeah, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this chick is good.
Yeah, she's fucking awesome. She's blowing up
like,
too.
Yeah, seems like a weird, cool chick.
Dude, for real. Like, if you see her, like, in interviews, she actually seems, like, really down-to-earth, like, normal. Like,
yeah.
And, like, then she goes into this gimmick, and it's like this gimmick is really fucked up. But then if you, like, see interviews with her, she's like, I'm just obsessed with The Office. And I'm like, oh, we all are. Hey, we like The Office. We like French fries.
We're just not as dark and twisted as you sometimes. But, hey, we like The Office.
Hey, we like The Office. But if I really want her to do a song with the 1975. That's a collaboration like I really want to see right now.
That'd be sick. Speaking of which, at the end of May, we're getting a new 1975 song.
I thought they pushed it back to... Oh, yeah, a new song, yeah. June 1st.
New song.
June 1st.
Oh, yeah, May 31st, midnight. That's what they always say.
Yep, and then I think October is when the album's coming out.
Okay, because I remember I thought a while ago I read like they were going to try for like August-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they pushed it back.
Said October. I think they have a definitive like release date now.
Jesus Christ.
They're doing the same thing they did last year.
I know.
I'm okay with it.
I don't know why I'm bitching. We're getting back-to-back albums.
And in 2 weeks' time, actually, no.
Yeah, in 2 weeks you'll be at the concert.
A week from Monday, I'll be in the pit. I'll be waving at Maddie. I'll be like, hey, Maddie, I like your band. And he'll be like, thanks, man.
Bring a sign that says, my friend Jim wishes he was here, but he's sick. Or he's...
My friend, but he sucks and he can't come because he's sick.
Yeah. Just put my face on the sign.
Can you say hi, Jim, for me? Hi, Jim. Oh, my God, he did it.
That would be awesome. Oh, my God, man, he said it.
Maddie.
Jim, he said it.
George, get Maddie to say this for me, please.
Hi, Jim. Hello, mate.
Look, I like how we got, like, British.
You gotta.
Yeah, you gotta.
All right, so
Maddie,
my fourth
what's
song?
your favorite football team?
Does he have it for you? Yeah,
is it Liverpool?
I think it's Liverpool.
I think it is. Yeah, fuck you then, Maddie. Piece of
Uh-oh.
shit.
Whoa.
Sorry, it's like Man U's like biggest rival. And Liverpool was really good right now, so I don't like it.
I'm gonna tell him.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, so my fourth song.
Yes.
My fourth song. I feel like I probably picked this like a long time ago, but just always reminds me of hockey because it was in like NHL like 2002 or something, or 2003. A little song called "Sweetness" by Jimmy Eat World.
If you're listening, whoa. Yeah, I'm pretty.
It was
sure,
like the intro song, and it was like the coolest intro video.
I'm pretty sure we did pick that song because I think whoever we had on as a guest that day, they were like, "Holy shit, I haven't heard that song forever." And then we went on like a Sweetness tangent for like a while. It was with Keith.
Oh yeah, it was with Keith.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, good old Keith.
Good old Keith. Fuck you, Keith.
Yeah, fuck you. Well, I'm sticking with my pick.
All right, that's fine by me. My fifth and final song this week, you know what? Throwing it to the 90s, because whenever you fucking return, 90s episode. Top
Yes,
30
sir.
songs of the 90s. Which, maybe we should just make that our 100th episode, and if you just don't come on yet, we'll just postpone it. We'll be like, we're not doing Offended until Jim's back.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. But
That's
we'll do like
friendship.
but we'll do like wrap-ups and stuff still.
Yeah, we can't do Offended.
Since Corey can't come on because he's a dad now. Fucking nerd.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, grow up.
Mark?
It's like a week old now. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, Jesus. I'm sure it's just gonna rebel against you in like a week, so whatever.
Right.
Jesus Christ. Well, anyway, my fifth and final song this week is by this techno group from the 90s called The Immortals. And to commemorate the new release of Mortal Kombat 11, the Mortal Kombat theme song. Mortal Kombat! The song's actually
Nice.
awesome. Like, I went to QT before we started recording, and I turned that song on. I was like, God damn, this song's actually really badass still.
Oh yeah. I mean, it just hits you. You're just like, damn. I'm gonna play some Mortal Kombat now.
Dude, for real. I forgot how much I love Mortal Kombat, so I started playing this new game. I was like, God damn.
And you beat it in like 2 hours.
I legit beat it in like 5 hours. Like, the story mode is not long at all, but the story is fucking wild. Like, fucking wild. And the cool thing about Mortal Kombat games, they've been like this for the last, like, 4 games. They all continue each other. Like, the story continues on each one. And
Nice.
this one finally kind of, like, resets everything, and it's awesome. And, like, it brought back characters from, like, the first Mortal Kombat game. Like, there's like time travel and shit, and like they fight each other. Like the present day fights like old day Mortal Kombat characters. So it's pretty fucking cool. You get to see like the old like Mortal Kombat game that I grew up with fighting like this new generation of like Mortal Kombat characters.
Yeah. Damn. I haven't owned a Mortal Kombat game in years.
This one's fun. This one's a lot of fun. And the story mode, I mean, I can't talk enough about how the story mode just blew my mind.
I bet Xavier Woods and Up Down Down do some intense Mortal Kombat-y now.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And they made the fatalities in this one really easy to do, which is awesome.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
I always sucked at Mortal Kombat though. Like when I was younger, for some reason, I just like I've always been bad at like fighting games, but like I loved Mortal Kombat, but I just could never. Like I was a kid, I'd be at my buddy's house playing, and then I'd fucking like throw a fit. Like this is fucking stupid. This is dumb.
Dude, so I thought this. I went back and played one of my old Mortal Kombat games on my Sega Genesis, like not too long ago. I was like, I do not remember it being this fucking hard. Like, it's fucking hard. Like,
Yeah.
I do not remember that at all. And fucking Katie, Lady Katie House and Naked, was watching me play it last night. She's like, I think I'm gonna be sick to my stomach. I'm like, it's not real. She goes, I know. It's just the thought of it. Like. And then I was playing it, and I'm listening to, like, one of the characters talk, and I'm like, Sonya Blade's voice sounds really familiar. Why do I know her voice? I'm like, oh, yeah, it's fucking Ronda Rousey.
Oh fuck yeah! I forgot she's in the game.
Mm-hmm. And she's really bad in the game.
Is she?
Oh, my God. Katie goes, is that Ronda? I go, yeah. She goes, wow, she even sucks at cutting promos on video games.
What a Mark.
I just love how Katie said that. Like, she said it just so nonchalantly. Wow, she still sucks at cutting promos, and this is animated. Great.
Jeez. Oh, hey, pause for a sec.
Mark Stahl, Eric Stahl, Jordan Stahl, Marty Stahl, Jordan Stahl. I think I already said that one. Shawn Michaels Stahl. Hulk
you knocked
Stahl.
him out.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I actually looked up the Stahl brothers last night. I think there's another one named Jed.
Jed?
I think it's Jed or Jarrett.
Well, no wonder he's not in the NHL.
He got drafted, but he never. Yeah, Eric Stahl, Mark Stahl, Jordan Stahl, Jared Stahl, and he ended up just playing like a little bit of AHL, and
now he's in jail.
no, he doesn't do anything. I think he plays for like I don't know, some overseas team or some shit. Oh man. Anyway, so I guess it's my fifth song.
Yes, sir.
My fifth song. Since we're in hockey mode, since we're about to start round 2 tonight, it's a little song called "The Hockey Song" by Stompin' Tom Connors.
Hello out there, we're on the air. It's hockey night tonight. The whistle blows, someone scores, and the puck drops on the ice. That's something like that, I remember.
Dude, it's so bad.
Oh, the good old hockey game is the best thing you can say. It's a good old hockey game. Oh, a good old hockey game. Fuck, that should be like our outgoing song. Like,
oh, God, it should.
Like for hockey talks.
See, I knew this song meant something.
Ah. See?
Yeah.
See, I told you so. Find John Dillinger yet?
I don't know why it came to me. I think I was just going through songs today, and I was like, man, what's a good hockey song? And I was like, oh, the hockey song. Dude, even though it's the worst. It's between that or I Want to Drive the Zamboni.
No, I fucking hate that song. Like, I fucking hate that song. I want to drive a Zamboni. I want to drive. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Such a good song.
What song was I singing today? I turned it into a country song. I was like, I don't know why I just started singing it like a country song. Fuck. Oh, man. I can't remember. I just woke up and just started singing to myself. I'm like, why did I just turn this into a country song?
I used to, every once in a while, I'd throw on, I want to drive the Zamboni over the loudspeakers when I used to Zamboni the ice rink in Clayton. It'd be during, like, public skate, too. I'd, like, because, like, every once in a while during public skate, you have to Zamboni the ice, obviously, and I'd, like, tell my little rink employee people, I'd be like, all right, as soon as I get out there, you press play. And I just have like the biggest grin on my face driving around the fucking ice, and people are just like looking at me laughing like this fucking guy.
Did you play on my team at Clayton Ice Rink when we did that outdoor like tournament for autism?
No, I didn't play. I
can't remember if you played or not, but so give you a little insight on it. When we played the tournament, right before we started the tournament, the guy that's running it just brings us all together. And he goes, okay, we're going to do this. This team's going to play this team. And he's like looking at the rink. He's like, oh, we got no blue lines. So, there's blue lines on the boards over there. So, okay, we're going to do offsides then. I'm like, how the fuck are we going to do offsides? I'm not going to look over to the boards. They seriously called offsides like every other play. I'm like,
God, that's
like,
terrible.
Why are we playing offsides when the blue lines aren't on the ice? That's the whole point of offsides. You're not NHL players don't look at the boards to see like where they're at. They're looking at the ice. Like,
and unless you're like, unless somebody's like blatantly offsides, like, okay. Dude, if you want to like do like gentleman rules, like stop the play, do a face off, like, hey, you were way offsides. Yeah, of course. But like to call it the whole time,
It's a tournament for charity. It shouldn't have been off. Nothing should have been offsides. It should be like roller hockey at that point. Like,
I think the guy that does that is the one that opened the Center Ice Brewery here.
Really?
I think so. Yeah, because when my last year working there, I saw him there for like the tournament, and I was like, he looks familiar. And then like I was just scrolling through Facebook and it was like Center Ice Brewery and it was like promoting the tournament. So I think he's the one that runs that tournament.
Fuck that guy. You make good beer, but fuck you.
Yeah, and good cause for a tournament, but come on, man, offsides.
Yep. And shout out to Center Ice Brewery because they just came out with Play Gloria, new beer.
Oh, nice.
I think they had another beer ready to go, but I think they just rebranded it and named Play Gloria.
Nice. Yeah, you know what? That's just going to be a. Let's just make that an honorary song for us each week. For the Blues. Gloria? Play Gloria. Play Gloria. Yeah.
I'm gonna put it up at the top of the list every week.
Yeah. Hey, play this one first.
I was listening to that like 24/7 the day after the Game 6, and I was like, it had the windows down. It was it Easter Sunday?
Game 6?
Was that Easter or was that Saturday? Yeah, that was Easter, wasn't it? The day after?
No, it was not. Yeah, after it was, yeah.
Yeah, because I was driving to my grandma's house and I was blaring it, and everybody that was like in the car next to me was like, yeah, let's go Blues! I'm like, fucking right. Let's go.
Fuck yeah. Love it.
I love it too. Blues fever is hot here. But anyway, that was Songs of the Week. You can make sure to go follow Songs of the Week exclusively on Spotify at Offender Percent Songs of the Week. It has been updated, by the way. I just forgot to, I forgot to tweet about it and stuff. But it has been updated. It has like a shitload of new songs. And make sure for the people listening, if you want to hear the new songs that gets added, it's supposed to be weekly, but sometimes it's not. Make sure to go to the top and sort it to recently added. Otherwise, you're just going to get the songs from like when we first started. Yeah. All right.
Which is fine too, but
but
don't do it.
Don't fucking do it. It has like 600 plus songs on it right now.
Yeah, it's fine. Just don't do it.
It's a fucking great playlist. Let me tell you that though. I put it on shuffle the other day. I'm like, God damn, this is nice.
Yeah, we got range.
Yep, and shout out to our good friends Pirate Signal. They're working on the new album right now, so can't wait to hear that. Their last album was really good. Been on the show, been a musical guest of ours twice.
Yeah, show has.
All right, moving on. Before we get into our little hockey talks here, it's the end. The end is here. Endgame, Avengers comes out actually tonight. Comes out because we're putting out this episode right when we're done recording it. And I'm seeing it tomorrow at like 3:30, and I was sweating this week, dude. I was sweating. I was like, Blues and Stars better be fucking Thursday night. They better start Thursday night. Please don't be Friday, because if it's Friday, I have tickets at 3:30. It's a 3-hour fucking movie. I don't want to rush back downtown or leave the movie early.
I know.
So I just want to see what happens now. I just want to know.
Your mind would have been going crazy Friday, like watching the movie. Like, all right, come on.
I honestly don't think I would have gone. I don't think I would have gone to the movie.
Really?
And I had tickets already, and I don't think I would have gone.
Yeah, I mean, could always see it another time.
Yeah, but to the people out there that are saying like Blues hockey or Marvel, let fucking people do whatever the fuck they want. It's so fucking annoying. You're not impressing anybody by saying like I'm a bigger fan than these people. No, that doesn't work like that. These people have been devoted to this for like 22 straight movies, dude. Like,
yeah,
and they could have been fans more than likely. They were fans since they were little kids because superheroes. Like we love superheroes when we were little kids. We're not really invested in the hockey like when we were little. I was, but I'm not trying to impress anybody. But you know what I mean? Like, just Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like who cares? Like if somebody wants to, like, and honestly, it's like, oh yeah, it's the second round, it's game one, but like, the discussion can go either way. Where it's like you could see the movie whenever. It's like, all right, well, there's still going to be like a game. There's still going to be 3 more Blues games I can watch. Like or it's not the end of the world if you miss the Blues game, and it's not the end of the world if you miss the the opening or the day after like Endgame comes out.
My grandma said, she was like, it's game 1. Who cares? Like, I'll care when it's... My grandma's like, I'll care more when it's game, like, 3 and 4, but, like, if people want to go see the movie, let them go see the movies. Like, she's like, I fucking hate people judging other people. I fucking hate this world. I'm like, yeah, just blame social media. Just blame social media.
Yeah, no kidding. I forget what that guy's name was, but I just told him, shut up.
Oh, dude, he did it... It's the same guy posted another thing, and since I'm an admin in the lounge, I had to delete it. I've been just deleting anything I see like that's like Avengers better than Blues, Blues better than the Avengers. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's just like your opinion, man.
Yeah. And like I went in like a couple other Blues groups, and he posted the same thing in another group, and I was in the other group. I was like, what is your obsession with this? Like, stop doing this. Yeah.
He just wants to be noticed. I think I posted the GIF. Hey, everybody, look at me. Pay attention to me. Like, shut up, bud.
Shut up, bud.
Jeez.
Yeah, but I asked him, he goes, what? I'm just posting. It's just a joke. Jeez. I'm like, yeah, but you're annoying people.
Yeah, like you're just trying to annoyingly stir the pot. Like it's not even like a funnier.
No, it's not funny at all.
Yeah,
like,
it's just like, okay, dude, cool.
Yeah. We get
Nerd.
it. People did this it was the same thing with Game of Thrones 2 weeks ago. Like,
yeah, I know. It's like people are like, I know. People are like, I think there was a game that Sunday that the Blues played on like a Sunday when the season started for Game of Thrones, wasn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I'll just wait till after the Blues game. Like, it's gonna be there. Like, I don't have to watch Thrones right when it.
Right.
You know,
this one, it's a little different with Thrones because you could
airs.
watch it right afterwards. While with Avengers, some people bought tickets like weeks in advance already. Like,
yeah, yeah, like not knowing when the Blues game would be or anything. So like,
and I got lucky again. I got lucky again because I'm seeing fucking the 1975 in Kansas City a week from Monday. So more than likely we'll go to a Game 5, and it'll be that Friday night before I leave for Kansas City. So I'm leaving on that Saturday because the concert's on a Monday. That Sunday night would be Game 6, and that's in Dallas. So I'm like, oh my God, I just got so lucky. And if there's a Game 7, it'd be here, and it'd be Tuesday, which I would be back already.
Damn.
I got fucking lucky. You can't plan that any better.
No, you really can't.
And now my whole family, though, we're in Florida the first week of June. If we go to the Stanley Cup Final, my whole family's like, oh, we're flying back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Florida will always be there.
Yep. We'll probably just go back later this year.
Yeah. We'll go back for 2 days to make up.
Yeah. But on Avengers real quick, if you had to pick your top 3 movies of the MCU, what would they be?
Oh God.
I'm thinking too.
Man, I'm actually just like, I watched them all like at once. I'm really bad at remembering like movies and names and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have 3?
I do have 3. I just thought of them actually.
Go ahead and say your 3.
All right. My number 3, Thor Ragnarok. Movie is just fucking hilarious. Hey,
fuck yeah.
Hey, my name's Kolg. Yeah, over here.
Okay.
Yeah, big rock guy. Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird, a rock talking to you.
Oh, fuck, I love that one.
What was his, like, little sidekick's name?
Oh, God. Oh, fuck, what was it?
Oh, man, what was his name? Hey, my name's Kolg.
Oh, my God, it was so funny. Yeah. Piss off, Ghost.
I'm going to play a little snippet of him real quick.
Oh, my God. What does he say at the one? He goes, oh, he's dead. Oh,
yeah.
No, he's not dead.
Yeah. Oh, you're alive. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Oh, you're alive.
Just kidding, guys. He's alive. There we go.
Oh, man.
Hey, take it easy, man. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Korg. I'm kind of like the leader in here. Over here. There's a pile of rocks waving at you. Here. Yeah, I'm actually a thing. I'm a being. This is my very good friend over here, Meek. He's an insect and has knives for hands. Made of rocks, as you can see, but don't let that intimidate you. You don't need to be afraid unless you're made of scissors. Just a little rock, paper, scissors joke for you. As I am. Oh, well, I tried to start a revolution, but didn't print enough pamphlets, so hardly anyone turned up, except for my mum and her boyfriend, who I hate. But I'm actually organising another revolution. I don't know if you'd be interested in something like that. Do you reckon you'd be interested? As punishment, I was forced to be in here and become a gladiator. Bit of a promotional disaster, that one. This whole thing is a circle. But not a real circle. More like a freaky circle. Nothing makes sense here, man. The only thing that does make sense is that nothing makes sense. Doug has? Doug! Oh, no. Doug's dead. That's right. Everyone who fights the Grandmaster Champion perishes. Perishable rock. Oh, okay, another one. Go on. Yeah, no, I just do the smaller fights, warm up the crowd and whatnot. Really, you're not going to face him, are you? That's exactly what Doug used to say. See you later, new Doug.
I gotta find that scene at the end now, though.
So good.
Oh, Meek's dead.
Oh, Mick's dead. Oh, yeah, and I accidentally stomped on him on the bridge. I just felt so guilty. I've been carrying him around all day. Oh, Mick, you're alive. He's alive, guys. What was your question again, bro?
So, fun fact, that Korg is actually the director of the movie.
Yeah, I remember looking that up.
And he's hilarious, too. He's directed What We Do in Shadows, which is fucking phenomenal. If you ever seen that. He's the main lead in that, too. But the movie What We Do in Shadows is about vampires, but it's a mockumentary. It's like The Office, but about vampires and like how they live and everything, and how they like hate werewolves. There's a part where like werewolves are like yelling at him. The guy's like throws a stick. He's like, "Hey, go fetch!" And one of them starts running. He's like, "Oh fuck, he got me." He's like, "Hey, did you say a curse word?" He's like, "Oh, sorry, boss." He's like, "Yeah, hey, we're werewolves, not swearwolves."
Oh god, just the fucking accent is so like
it's great,
so fucking funny.
It is. It's fucking great. Rumor is Korg's not dead, so
I hope not.
I know. I hope not either. Hey, my name's Korg.
The rock paper scissors joke like legitimately made me laugh when I first watched. Like I was like dying. Like, oh my god, what?
Oh, dude! Every time he had a line in that movie, I was crying laughing.
Yeah.
Nothing can beat me. I'm made of rock unless you're scissors. Just a little paper rock scissors joke.
It's a joke. That's bye new Doug.
Yeah, that's exactly what Doug used to say. Bye new Doug.
Bye new Doug. Oh man, that's good. What's your other two?
My second one is Infinity War. Infinity War is just a fucking badass movie, and some of the scenes in that movie fucking got me rolling too. Especially fucking when Spider-Man meets Doctor Strange. Fucking hilarious. Like, my name's Peter, by the way. Doctor Strange. Oh, we're using our made-up names. In that case, I'm Spider-Man.
Oh man, yeah. I just need to go ahead and watch that.
Yeah, you do. It's fucking good. And my number one, Spider-Man: Homecoming. I just love that movie. Like that movie for me is perfect. And Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Batman are my two favorite superheroes. They're probably tied for like my all-time favorite. But that Spider-Man is so well done that it is legitimately like the perfect Spider-Man movie. Just because Spider-Man was always like kind of like the punk rock like superhero, like, and the way that they mixed like the punk rock music into that movie, and how like they finally made Spider-Man like a high schooler with like a smart ass like lines and shit. It's like that's Spider-Man. Like it's perfect. Tom Holland. Fucking Michael J. Fox Part 2 is amazing.
I thought you were going to say the other Spider-Man.
Well, that's not part of the MCU, so...
It's not?
No, the cartoon's part of it. It's its own thing.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah. How's it gonna put the cartoon in Avengers?
Oh, true. Well, I don't know. I thought you just meant like the whole like Marvel universe, like movie in general.
I'm talking just strictly like MCU, like just like what's all played together up till Endgame, basically.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Jeez, I mean, fuck. Yeah, if we're going that way, then yeah, Spider-Man's the Spider-Verse is probably my number one.
All right, I like it.
And I'm Peter Porker.
Well, my three. Well, I actually, looking through the list now, I actually have two of the same of yours. Thor Ragnarok.
Nice.
Of course. Spider-Man Homecoming was so fucking good because of fucking Tom Holland. And then, well, I guess it's really not. Or is it? No, the Guardians ones aren't really with the part of like the Endgame thing, is it?
Yeah, Guardians is.
Are they?
Yeah.
Did I miss something?
They show up in Avengers. They're in Avengers.
Are they in Age of Ultron?
No, they come in Infinity War.
Oh, fuck, that's right. I just haven't seen Infinity War yet.
Remember, and Gamora and oh fuck, what's the blue chick's name?
Nebula.
They're Thanos' daughters.
Duh. Fuck, yeah. Okay, so Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is like just one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I mean,
Guardians
just,
like it plays like sets up, I think, like everything for Infinity War.
Yeah, I forgot that I haven't seen Infinity War, but I remember like people mentioning like I guess that's when they come in, and I just haven't seen it until I was like, wait a minute, am I missing something?
They are the first movie of the MCU to introduce the Infinity Stones.
That's right.
And my mom's boyfriend Greg hates Guardians of the Galaxy. Actually hates both those movies. Yeah, it's like there's childish. I'm like they play such a big part. Like, how can you hate them? Like,
yeah,
like they're a major part to like why this is all happening.
I like them. I like the second one the best. Can I tell you what movie?
You like the second
probably
one better.
I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's because it kicks off with the song "Brandy." It's like one of my favorite songs.
You know, I know why you like it.
Why?
Because it's got Herb Brooks in it.
It does have Herb Brooks in it. That son of a bitch. Can I tell you my least favorite movie out of like all of them?
What?
I didn't really care for Doctor Strange.
Really?
Yeah, it was too. I don't know. It like almost like for me, I feel like it like jumped in too quickly to stuff. One, because I didn't really know much about Doctor Strange to begin with, and I don't know. I feel like there just wasn't like this like build up in the movie. It's just like all of a sudden it was just like, I don't know. He was just like boom, boom, boom. Look at me. I don't know. I think it's kind of. I think it's kind of lame.
Movie. I think my least favorite of the MCU is probably the first and second Thor.
Yeah, true. Those ones did suck.
It was just, I don't know. I like him. I like Thor. I like Chris Hemsworth, but like, I just didn't really care for those movies that much. I thought they were kind of boring.
I feel like Ragnarok just added a little more like the humor character kind of part to him, where it's like, okay, this is what you just should have done.
It is, and you know, and it had Jeff Goldblum, so you know, I'm a little biased, but and I think probably the most underrated of the MCU is a movie that a lot of people forget that's a part of it, and that's The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton. I actually really enjoyed that movie, and I was really bummed out when Edward Norton had a falling out with with Marvel. That's why he got replaced by Mark Ruffalo.
Oh, did not know that.
Mm-hmm. Movie's pretty good, and just Edward Norton's just Edward Norton. Can't go wrong with Edward Norton.
No, you cannot.
Yeah, Avengers Endgame comes out tonight. Cannot wait to see it tomorrow. There's a fan theory out there that Endgame actually isn't what the movie's called, and it's gonna show what it's called like right when it starts. That'd be kind of weird, wouldn't it?
The Avengers. Luke, I am your father.
The Avengers. The Rock is here.
Skywalker. Endgame.
Speaking of Skywalker, that new Star Wars movie looks fucking sick.
I'm just not I don't hate Star Wars or anything. I just never got into it.
You never watched them, have you?
No.
You should watch them.
Yeah, no. I remember I've watched Star here or there or something, but I don't know. Some bum. They haven't clicked with me yet.
You have time. You should watch them.
I do have a lot of time.
Aaron from PWP, shout out Aaron. He just he did the same thing last week. He goes, okay, I'm finally getting into it. He got through like the original trilogy, and he's like, okay, these movies are actually fucking awesome. I'm like, I told you. Like,
yeah,
they just tell a good story.
I'll give it a chance.
Give it a chance. All right, happy Avengers Day. It's kind of sad that this whole thing is done. Like,
I know. Maybe not.
It was a fun ride. It was a really fun ride.
Maybe they surprise us. You never know.
Never know. Tom Holland leads everything else. I could see Spider-Man like leading like a bunch of shit after this.
Yeah.
And real quick before we get into hockey talks, one last thing on movies. Actually, two last thing on movies because I want to bring this up. In the UK, they're having Keanu Con, which I want to go to. They just celebrate Keanu Reeves. And
that sounds awesome.
That does sound awesome. And they're apparently getting ready to do another Matrix trilogy. I can't remember if we talked about this last week or not.
No, we did not.
Gearing up for another Matrix trilogy, which is going to be sweet with the technology that we have now. I always wish that they would redo not redo like the movies in general, like get the old ones back in theaters. I want to see those in 3D. Like just the bullet time and everything I think would be fucking cool in 3D.
Wow. Yeah, that'd be intense.
Yeah, it'd be fucking awesome. But apparently Michael B. Jordan's lined up as the main lead for these next Matrix movies, and it's either going to be a prequel about like Morpheus, or it's going to continue the story from the end of the third Matrix.
Huh.
Which I'm kind of hoping they go in the route of continuing the story, kind of like how they did with Jurassic Park and like Star Wars. Like, reboot it, but like continue the story.
Right.
Is the best way to do things. I think it's the best way to do reboots, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. Cause, like, I don't know. I feel like just trying to start completely fresh is, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not really my cup of tea.
Yeah, same. And finally, last but not least, Rami Malek has been announced that he is the Bond villain in the next James Bond movie. I cannot wait. He's going to be fucking unreal in this movie. Like,
good for him.
No doubt. He's going to be creepy as fuck in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, this dude goes full-blown into his eye. Like, obviously, you know, I'm a fucking huge Rami fan from Mr. Robot, and he's just going to fucking... When he gets a character, he's all in. I don't know how much method acting or anything he does, but he's good at just playing fucking dark, kind of creepy fucker, so...
Oh, yes, my name is Rami Malek, and Mr. Bond, you're going to die. That's a decent Rami impression. It could work. I could work, Jim. Just let it go. Fuck. Because he acts like he has like a British accent, but he doesn't. He's from California.
It's a little more gravely.
Whatever. But anyway, Daniel Craig's last Bond movie on top of it, so it's a hell of a way to go out. The 25th Bond movie. Rami Malek as the villain. I love it.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I got Katie. Katie and I watched Casino Royale and Skyfall, and she loved Skyfall. Like, yeah, that movie's fucking phenomenal. We skipped over Quantum of Solace because that movie just sucks. But
who was the Bond before him that like sucked? Wasn't there someone before?
Pierce Brosnan.
I thought somebody filled in, like, took a Bond role, like before. Before who's the Bond now? Craig or
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig. I thought it was like someone right before him or something did like a Bond movie, and everybody's like, "This was terrible." Or maybe there was a rumor for someone to be it, and everybody was pissed. I can't remember it either, but
Pierce Brosnan was the one before, and he did Die Another Day, which is like one of the worst movies ever made.
Okay, maybe that's it.
With Halle Berry, when he's like surfing while like shooting at the same time, and the CGI looks terrible.
Yeah, stupid.
Yeah. I mean, just fucking so stupid. But and then the one before Pierce Brosnan was Timothy Dalton. I think he did one or two Bond movies. I think he only did one, but it was really dark and like was not of the norm of like the James Bond movies at the time. Because the James Bond movies before were like kind of goofy and like they weren't so serious. Like how these James Bond movies are really serious now, which is why they're so good. And the James Bond kind of got shit on for a while because they were so goofy and they weren't like being serious. But Timothy Dalton's movies were super serious and kind of like Daniel Craig's James Bond. And their movies are actually pretty good. Like, but it was so far ahead of its time because dark shit then just wasn't popular.
Right. Now it's fucking Everybody loves to be sad and
Oh
scared.
my god, dude! Everything has to be dark right now. Like everything that's popular right now is either really depressing or like just dark. Like,
which I'm happy about.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. It makes for good fucking movies. It makes for good storytelling.
Yeah, man, the suspense.
It's more realistic, honestly.
Really is. Yeah, instead of somebody fucking surfing, shooting guns.
So you live to die another day.
Jesus.
Halle Berry is like, oh, I got a diamond in my belly button, but they don't show her. She's like, it's stuck in there. So it's like, oh, did you put it in her ass? Where is it?
Yeah, where is it, Halle?
Where's it, swordfish? You see my boobies. All right. Well, all right. It's time. I'm going to play this theme song. Time for a Hockey Talks portion of Offended. Oh boy. Round 1 of the Stanley Cup Playoffs
Wild.
has been completed, and it was honestly probably one of the best first rounds I've ever seen as a hockey fan.
Oh, yeah. I remember I tweeted out before the playoffs. I said, we might be in for one of the craziest, best playoffs ever.
You did, and you were correct.
And sure enough.
Is this the first time ever that every wildcard team has moved on? At least, I guess, since they changed the playoff format?
I believe so, yeah. I mean, I think it's the first time that every division winner's been knocked out of the first round. I think that's what they said on NHL Network last night when I was watching. So, yeah, I mean, every wildcard team's moving on.
May have been a blessing in disguise that the Blues did not get first place.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know anymore.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Nothing makes sense to
about
me
this. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not overly shocked by I'm shocked, but I also know that this can happen.
Right.
In this fucking beautiful game of hockey, that
right.
There's these upsets are possible, and I hate calling them upsets because some of them that were eliminated were just really good battles. Each team battled really well. Just the better team happened to get lucky, come out on top. So it's I don't know. I texted you last night and was I don't know how to predict hockey anymore. You just can't.
You can't. You really can't. And I'm gonna write these down for us real quick. Stahl.
Mark Stahl, Jordan Stahl, Eric Stahl, Jared Stahl, making his playoff debut. The youngest of the Stahls, nowhere to be found.
Nowhere to be found.
Yeah, I can't remember when we did our predictions. I think I texted you. I think I said Toronto in 7 on the pod, but on my actual bracket that I filled out and submitted, I have Boston in 7. So I must have just had a change of heart on the pod or something. I think you did. I think you did say that actually. I think you said I have it this way, and I'm gonna go this way, and I forget your reasoning. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck my reasoning was either. But that doesn't make sense because I feel I probably did, but at the same time, I remember also thinking I can see Boston just wearing down the skill. I don't know. You know how I speak stupidly. Mess all my shit up.
Nah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right, so I'm looking back at our picks, and we're gonna talk about some of the series that finished up. Last time that we did Hockey Talks, I think Columbus and the Islanders won, so we covered that one with those two. Yep. But looking back at our picks, Jim, you have 1, 2 correct picks.
Yep, three technically on my bracket, but other than that, 2 correct picks.
Actually, you have 4, or you have 3. You did pick Boston on this. Is that what you said? Or did you say you picked Toronto?
I could have sworn on the pod I said Toronto.
I wrote down Boston. I have Boston in 7 on yours.
Then maybe I did say Boston.
Damn, you have 2 more. You have 1 more better than me. I have 2 right.
Maybe I did, but I felt like I said. I felt like I won. I was going with Toronto.
Yeah, you said Boston.
Huh. All right. Well, I'll take it. Yeah, 3 correct picks.
Yeah, 3 correct picks. I have 2 correct picks. Should be 3. I just want to point that out. I should have 3 correct picks, and we're going to start this off.
I should have 4.
Who?
Vegas.
Okay, yeah. You should have 4. I should have 3. We're going to start with that series. Let's start with San Jose, Vegas Golden Knights. I think last week I said this was my least favorite series because nothing is happening and Vegas is kind of dominating. All of a sudden, this became like my favorite series, and like it was great. They started hitting each other. They started fucking playing hard against each other.
Yep.
And the series just like changed, man. But I will say, Game 6 when they went into overtime, Vegas did not play a good overtime.
No, they looked like tired.
They looked tired. Fleury was out of position on that goal.
Yeah.
And I think that, I don't know. To me, San Jose, I don't think was playing that good. I think Vegas just kind of stopped.
Yeah.
And,
they did. And you're talking about Game 6, right?
Yeah. And I think that's the biggest takeaway from a lot of these series. This is why it's making this series so hard to talk about, or this playoffs in general, so hard to talk about, which gives me a little hope for the Blues. I'm looking at these series, all these series, and aside from maybe 2, I don't think the teams that won, I think they won against teams that weren't playing good hockey.
Yeah, I agree. They came in to the playoffs not. I feel like they didn't have the playoff mentality because they weren't playing against teams or playing for much.
Mm-hmm.
And that's huge coming into the playoffs. If you're coming in battling, playing for spots and stuff, kind of like, the Blues, the whole Central Division, honestly, you're going to come into the playoffs a lot better than we saw with Tampa, where it's they weren't really playing for much, and not that they didn't try or anything, but they just something just wasn't there. Right. It's like the engines just turned off, and it was just I don't know.
Yeah,
it was playoff mentality wasn't built in their mind yet.
Right, and I honestly think the Blues in Winnipeg and Washington and Carolina, I think, were your 2 best series. I think both teams were trying. Both teams looked good, or all 4 teams did.
Yeah, I agree.
And so when we go back, let's go back to San Jose and Vegas right now. Game 7, Vegas looks like Vegas again. It's okay, they're woke up. They're going to take this series.
Yep.
And then the phantom 5-minute major call happens.
Pathetic. I'll say this, and I know you agree or at least before I go on a fucking rant. Yes, I understand that Vegas was up 3-1 in the series. They could have closed it out any other time. I get that. 100%. I do. But it's fucking hockey. You lose, whatever. Each game's a new chance. They had this game 7-1.
Yes.
Easily. And then this fucking horrible fucking call happens. And I get it. They could have killed the penalty. It's 5 minutes. You could kill it off. You didn't have to give up 4 fucking goals. Well, you know what? Shit fucking happens, but that call just made me sick. I was legit hot. I was are you kidding me?
How about Ryan Whitney?
Oh, Whitney was fucking...
Are you fucking kidding me?
Whit was fucking pissed. A lot of fucking former players and shit on Twitter were really? 5?
Yeah, because it shouldn't even been a penalty.
No, I get maybe you want to call the 2 for it. I get it. And people are that's a legit cross-check. I'm it's a... For people that never played, yes, there's a cross-check and there's a cross-check shove is what I like to call it.
Right.
And that's kind of, which we see it all the time on face-offs, on board plays, battles in front of the net. You see 2 guys, 2 hands up on the stick. they cross-check the guy basically and push him to get, to try to gain positioning is what it is. And everybody's like, well, it's a textbook cross-check. Why did it even cross-check him? Well, bud, because center's in the face-off, you're battling. You fucking battle the other center even after the pucks drop. So he's wanting to get through, so he shoves Joe out of the way. And honestly, yeah, that sucked for fucking Pavelski. Like, you don't want to see that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Him hit his head. Like, that's fucking terrible. He didn't do anything. People saying he embellished. Shut up. You're an idiot.
He's bleeding out of his fucking head. How's he
didn't
embellishing?
embellish. He got cross-check shoved. And yes, he was going off balance. Stastny was coming through to go out to the point to Burns. And that's when him and Joe collided. And Stastny didn't, shove him down. Stastny was, also put his hands up to, to push through him, to brace him. It just happened. It was a freak accident.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe goes down. If anything, call 2 on interference on Stastny. I don't know. If you really wanted to call a penalty on that. But there was no reason for the penalty to get called. Neither ref's hand went up until after they realized Pavs was fucking laying there, which was scary. I was like, holy shit, he's not moving at all. I was like, that's not good. Blow the fucking whistle.
Mm-hmm.
But they called a penalty. It was reactionary. They were like, well, shit, we got to call something. He's really hurt. It's like, just because someone's hurt doesn't mean it has to be a penalty.
Dude, I 100% agree. And this is what I don't understand is that it was, like you said, it was a reaction call. They saw the blood and oh, gotta be 5 minutes. No, it doesn't. It was a freak accident. And on top of that, we talked about this last week on the podcast. I was saying how these refs now, they kind of especially on a delay game penalty, for example, they have to huddle up and they're like, was it a penalty? Was it not a penalty? Because they're unsure about the fucking call. If you're unsure about a penalty, it shouldn't be a penalty. Plain and simple. Even if it was a penalty, I don't think that if it should be called a penalty if the referees are unsure about their decision making.
Yeah, either that or, and as much as I hate reviewing plays and shit, taking the time, or review those plays. Delay of games, some of them I think should get reviewed because some of them are it's really? Was that an intentional delay of game? Was it this or that? And then a play like this where it's like Whit and Biz said, the game's so fast, and there's going to be some human error. You don't see everything. You should be able to review that 5-minute major.
Right.
And look at it and go, okay, is that actually really a 5? Or is that, what, give him a 2?
I agree on that.
If you wanted
I think of plays that are 5-minute majors, especially in the fucking playoffs, and that Game 7 is a prime example of why 5-minute majors should be reviewed.
Yeah, and not all of them have to be, because obviously there's ones where, the ref blatantly sees it, and it's no, fuck you, they know what's a 5 or not, but on certain plays where you're unsure or something like that, yeah, you should be able to review that, because that is huge. That's 5 straight minutes of fucking odd man hockey.
Mm-hmm.
And especially during the playoffs. That should have been reviewed. Should have been reviewed, should have never been called. Like I said, feel bad for Pavs, fucking you don't want to see that happen to a guy. It was a freak accident. It just shouldn't have been called. And Eakin didn't even cross-check the guy in the head. People are you got him up high. He got him in the chest.
Yep.
If Pavs doesn't fall, no penalty gets called. 100%. No penalty gets called. Just like the fucking 900 cross-checks Ryan O'Reilly took in the first 45-second shift of game 4 from behind up against the boards that weren't getting called until I think they finally put their hand up and were like, oh, shit. Ryo's fucking he's going to fucking be in a wheelchair soon if we don't call something.
No shit.
We've seen worse calls and people are like, well, penalty's a penalty. In the playoffs, it's a completely different. There's things that just get let go. That's the way it is. And the players police it kind of themselves in that game. Then the refs will step in. But this play was just, I was mad. I was so mad. And I think it was, Marchessault, see his post-game interview, he's like, you want to give him a 2? Fine, they score on the power play. It's 3-1. We still win that game. He said, and they do.
He said it's a fucking joke. It shouldn't have been a 5-minute major, let alone.
It was fucking embarrassing.
He said, penalty, fine, give him 2, and it's a 3-1 game. But that game, that changes everything, and it changes our season.
Yeah, it was bad. I mean, and props to, whatever, San Jose to score 4. I mean, it's impressive.
Well, to San Jose's credit, they are sixth best in the NHL on the power play. So if you really kind of think about it, it's not that surprising that they scored that much on the power play,
right,
especially on a 5-minute major. With that being said, Martin Jones is one lucky son of a bitch. After Game 5, his save percentage was a .769.
Yeah,
that's horrible,
terrible.
And how does Pete DeBoer not take him out? That's what I don't understand about this whole. This is the one thing that doesn't make sense to me. How are you not taking him out of the game, of the series? At that point, I know they won, but a .769 save percentage.
Yeah, and I guess it paid off, but not really, because if that 5-minute major doesn't happen, he lit up 3 fucking goals again in Game 7, and they would have lost that game. So
he finished out the series at 904, which still isn't that great.
No, it's not. And I'm with you. I don't know how. I guess I do understand you. If that's your guy, you stick with him. You give him that confidence. You don't want to shake things up too much or something. But I don't know. I would have pulled him.
Yeah, for sure. I would have too.
I don't even know who their backup is, but I would have done it.
You know how St. Louis fans feel about Jake Allen. I can only imagine how San Jose fans were feeling. Aside from that whole play, though, it was one of the craziest, wildest third periods I've ever seen in my life. Was so happy to see Vegas tie it up.
Oh boy, so was I.
However, then you get to overtime, and then San Jose just played a better overtime again. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I felt like it was a little back. It kind of became a little back and forth in overtime for a little bit there. It was a good pace, and then San Jose just kept the pressure up. But man, dude, Vegas, I'm almost glad they lost, because those guys are so quick. They're so good at moving the puck, and they're just. I kept saying they're fucking relentless.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I would want to play the playoff Vegas Golden Knights, because they fucking bring it. They could have easily gave up after giving up 4 goals, but after they got even strength, they just fucking kept hounding and tied it up. And I was like, I thought they were going to win in OT. I really did. I was hoping for it, but credit to San Jose. That's why these fucking things are 7 games.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when even with your team's down 3-1, fucking can't start panicking as fans. You can't start wanting to make 9,000 changes. You just gotta fucking hope the boys fucking find the heart and pull it out. And sure did.
Now with that being said, you picked Vegas in 6. I picked Vegas in 7. Should have had that one for me. It's bullshit.
I should have had it. They should have won it in Game 6. Those motherfuckers. I thought I had it too.
No doubt. But San Jose moves on. Let's go to Calgary, Colorado. Man, Colorado, I don't know if they look that good, or did Calgary just play that bad?
I'm going to say both. When I was watching it, I was just like, man, Colorado is, and we know this from watching them play, every time the Blues play them, it's like a playoff game, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. For
some reason, it's just 2 teams just fucking going to war.
Yep.
And I think we play our best games against them for some reason. I don't know why. But they did their job, and Calgary just didn't. Their guys just didn't. They couldn't finish. Johnny Ham and Cheese, he had his chances. He just couldn't. It's like the effort was there kind of from their top guys, but they just couldn't put it together.
No, they couldn't.
They just didn't. I don't know what it was. They couldn't figure it out. They couldn't figure out Colorado. Colorado, to their credit, put together a hell of a system to beat them. And
dude, Calgary couldn't get anything going. It was basically it was a gentleman's sweep. Calgary won Game 1, and then fucking that was it. They didn't do anything else after that.
Yeah, they did not look like the kind of the Flames of the season. I think they just tried to rely on skill too much.
Yeah.
I don't think they had that playoff tenacity to handle the physicality that Colorado was going to bring. And I think Colorado, I think they just wore them down. I think they just kept wearing them down and just taking over. And I think that McKinnon line, I think they were putting up points, I think, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
Jesus.
Nathan McKinnon has 5 assists. Mikko Rantanen has 9 points in that series alone.
Yeah, and then pretty sure Landeskog didn't have too bad of a series either.
No, and fucking Colorado in games 3 and games 5 scored a combined 11 goals in those 2 games.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, and let's also not forget to mention Colorado just went ahead and grabbed the Hobie Baker Award winner from a couple weeks ago. Gets done with his college career.
Oh,
hey kid, get in the playoffs. We need you.
They
and
went to the grocery store and got some kale.
Yeah, and he's been fucking steady. It's like holy. I mean, who does that?
Right.
Who does that in the playoffs?
GMs with faith in their young players to fucking just come out and keep playing like how they did like in that season.
Yeah.
They're like, here's your chance. Go make something of it. Can you imagine if I was like a college kid or like a fucking like rookie in the NHL and I'm getting my chance in the Stanley Cup playoffs? I'm playing balls to the fucking wall, dude. I don't even think I would be maybe a little bit nervous, but I'd be so fucking pumped up to play in that game. Like, I'd be so excited. Like,
yeah, and then to score in your first NHL game in your first playoff game, crazy.
It is crazy. It's just fucking nuts.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. I had Calgary in 5. You had Calgary in 5 as well.
Yep, and we were wrong.
Yeah, we were wrong. We were wrong. We had the number of games right, but
we did.
Colorado in 5.
That it was. Yep. So we got Colorado, San Jose.
Yep. Let's move on. Let's go to we already talked about that. Let's go to Boston, Toronto. 7-game series. We both said Boston in 7. We got one right.
We did. Finally got one right.
Man, just Toronto blowing it again against Boston too.
Yep. Yep.
Boston is their kryptonite. I have nothing else to say about that. It's just Boston is Toronto's kryptonite.
They really are.
Aside from the Blues, this is my second favorite series.
Oh.
There is some bad blood in this series.
Yeah. It was just a fucking battle, and we knew it was going to be. And Toronto just... I'm actually surprised Toronto got to Game 7 a little bit. Honestly, I think I always thought Boston was kind of the better team.
Right.
But, I mean, you fucking have it right there. You had a chance to beat Boston, and you just fucking blow it. They just, Boston came out, 2-3-0 in Game 7 or something like that? Is that what it was?
Yeah, Boston just came up, I think it was 2-0 right away.
Yeah.
Which in this playoffs doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't. But I mean, also you're like, oh shit, they came ready to play.
Yep.
And Toronto did not. So they just didn't have. They don't have that grit yet.
No, they don't. And I'm looking at it. Matthews had 6 points, but where was John Tavares in the series?
In his pajamas, sleeping.
He was nowhere, man.
Nowhere to be found.
And of course, you had to listen to fucking Frankie Borelli. Oh, it makes me so happy. You know what?
God.
I hope the Islanders get swept in the next round just
so
because of Frankie Borelli. Even though I would love to see a Boston-New York Islanders, Eastern Conference final. Yeah, I know they're not big rivals, but just Boston, New York.
Kid's such a schmuck.
He is a schmuck.
They score a goal, and he's like, oh my god, yeah, we're going to win, the game's over. And then they get scored against. He's like, are you kidding me? Come on. It's like, dude. The Blues scored, I think when Jaden Schwartz scored his goal, I was amped up, did a lap, and then I was 20 seconds left. There's still time. There's still time in this game. Yeah. Anything can happen. He has no understanding of how fucking sports work. Just fucking stick to doing pizza.
All right, Cranky. But
your weak ass fucking playoff beard.
Yeah, I mean, not a whole lot to say. Bad blood. Fucking Boston they ran away with the last 2 games, in my opinion.
They probably had some proper 12 before the games.
They probably did. I mean, it's you look at these games that Boston won, though. Toronto, the 2 out of the 3 games that Toronto wins are 1-goal games. Every game that Boston won, it was 4-1, 6-4, 4-2, and 5-1.
Jeez.
There's that dark horse. Boston, man. They turn it on when they have to. And that place was fucking buzzing.
Yeah, they were. Edelman before the game chugging a beer.
Stone Cold style.
Stone Cold style. Love it.
Love it. Let's move on. Let's go to Washington, Carolina. You said Washington in 4. I said Washington in 5. We were wrong. Carolina in 7. This series just... What a series. I mean, this was just a great series. These were two teams that now I think matched each other in in their play and everything.
Yeah, and it was a weird series. I feel like neither team really had a full edge on the other team. I mean, if you look at the scores, game 1 4-2, fairly close game. I'm not sure if there was an empty netter or not. Game 2, Caps go up 4-3 in overtime, so that was a close game. Game 3, the Canes take it 5-0. It's like, holy shit, what the hell happened, Caps? Game 4, another close one, 2-1. Game 5, Caps take it 6-0. There's an ass beating. And then Game 6, 5-2. I think there was 2 empty netters there. But each game, and then obviously Game 7, we get double OT 4-3. It was just it was just mainly a battle, except for the 2 games that there were blowouts.
Mm-hmm.
It was just I don't know, man. Props to the Canes. And then fucking Rob Brindamore, whatever he's got that team believing in. I mean, fuck. I'd go through a wall for that guy too.
Yeah, no shit. Justin Williams, though, what a captain.
What a guy, dude.
Just awesome. Just fucking awesome. It's his 9th Game 7 last night. It's unreal.
Yeah, and he's the NHL leader in Game 7 points. He got his 15th last night on that game winner on the assist.
My uncle texted me last night. He goes, Justin Williams is going to score in overtime. He's going to be the game winner. And then he got that assist. He goes, well, I was almost right. He was still in that play.
Yeah, and the guy's 30, 35 or 37 or
he's
something?
He's up there. He's been in the NHL for a while.
Yeah, he's got 3 cups, I believe.
2 with LA.
And the Carolina's first one.
Was he really?
Yeah. Him and Rob Brindamore, they were teammates on that team.
Justin Williams was with Carolina when they won the cup?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Ain't that some shit?
No doubt.
Yeah. He's a hell of a leader, guy.
He really is.
I mean, fuck. That team. I mean, I thought the Caps were just going to blow it out in Game 7. I really did. I was like, Ovechkin's going to take over.
It kind of started. Dude, I texted you. I was like, Caps are dominating. And I left. Yeah. I met my grandpa at the casino. And my uncle texted me. He goes, are you sure about that? I'm like, what's the score? He goes, 3-3 in the third. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Ran over to the bar and was just watching the third period. And I looked at my grandpa and my grandma. I'm like, I'm running home before overtime starts.
Yeah, I ended up falling asleep. Watch people like, oh, what hockey fan? Shut up. I had some medical stuff I had to do yesterday. It makes me tired. I passed out. I wake up and I'm like, I look at the TV. The puck is dropping for overtime. Dude, I was like, what in the fuck is going on right now?
How about, did you see the play in the third period though? McGinn, fucking the puck's getting ready to cross that line and McGinn slides over and fucking knocks that puck out of the way. If he doesn't knock that puck out of the way, Washington wins that game.
Yep. Hell, it's the same way when, it wasn't really Parayko, but when Winnipeg's guy knocked that puck out of the crease. Oh. If they go up 3-0, I don't know if the Blues are able to fight back from that one. I don't know. Maybe, but yeah, the plays like that are just...
It's unreal.
It's like the hockey gods are just watching over for a team every once in a while. And
no doubt.
Yeah. And then he gets the game winner, correct? McGinn?
I think it was McGinn.
I think it was McGinn we got the game winner.
Unbelievable celebration.
Oh, God.
Him jumping up and down.
I
belly
love that
sticking
stuff.
out.
His belly's out.
What about Mrazek when he's skating down to celebrate with the team and he just starts, he's like, I'm just going to slide to him.
Just does a belly slide. Yeah. Shout out to Mrazek, man. He's a hell of a goaltender. And he got fucking cross-checked in the overtime. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Got fucking ran. Hey, if you guys want to talk about what could be a penalty or not, that should have been one. But, whatever. I mean, I was like, I could have probably been called, but it wasn't. Okay, whatever. Game on. Keep playing.
Game on. Well, I love how in the first, I I love how Carolina gets a penalty for delay a game, but the exact same thing happened to Washington, not even like 5 minutes prior, and no call.
Right. Yeah. Figure it out, Stripes.
Yep. It was McGinn. I'm watching the highlights right now.
Was it? Yeah, a little Jaden Schwartz-esque.
Yep. That's what Eddie Olczyk said. He goes, "This reminds me of Jaden Schwartz against the Jets."
Yeah, because I was there. I was like, "Holy shit, little Jaden Schwartz action!" And I was like, "Oh, I was going to tweet it," and then he said it, and I was like, "Oh, now people are going to be like, you did it because Eddie Olczyk said it."
And one last thing about this series, what I really liked was Ovechkin and Williams in the handshake line, because they were battling against each other in this series, and there was a play. I think it was in game. Might have been in game 6, maybe. Ovechkin went to hit somebody. The guy moved out of the way, and Ovechkin skating by their bench doing the chicken dance. And the next shift, Ovechkin drills Williams. Like, Williams' stick almost hits Pierre, like, in the face. And they were mouthing each other from the benches. So I think it's kind of cool, just like at the end of every series when they handshake. And I think you said this like on Twitter, it's nothing personal, it's just business.
Yeah, I think kind of when Pat Maroon and
Laine
were going through, they stopped, and hey, we had jobs out there. We were the two guys that had to take the role to try to spice our teams up and get it going, and that's what it is.
Yep.
That's why some people are like, "Oh, fucking Laine, he's being fucking cheap out there. You're gonna go out to Maroon," and it's like, I get it, it's the other team, you want to hate it, but like as me and you both know, it's like he's kind of, well, it really shouldn't be his job. His job's to snipe, but he's also a tough son of a bitch, and he's got to play. The other team's got to have guys that play that role too. So it's like I don't hate Laine at all for doing what he's doing. That's part of that's what you have to do, man.
It's chirping. One of the only chirps I didn't like was Kessler the Bacchus in like the playoffs in 2009. I thought that was like a little below the belt. Like, oh yeah, say hi to Kelly for me. It's like, come on, man. Leave the family like out of it. Like,
right?
Don't go there.
Come on, bud. Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, that's just hockey chirping. Like, go back to the
playoffs,
minors,
man.
Buddy. I can't have the same amount of points as you.
Yeah, go dye your fucking hair.
You were in the minors longer than me, you dumb fuck.
Dumb fuck. Why you gotta say shit? I think that's what he says after.
Stop doing stupid shit. Go dye your hair.
Stop doing stupid shit, man. Yeah. It's just playoff hockey.
Before we go and talk about the last two series in the playoffs, let's go ahead and because I mean we're gonna stick on that for a minute, but let's go prediction time for the Eastern Conference for the second round quarterfinals. Boston, Columbus. Who do you have?
Oh God.
I have Boston in 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Boston. I'll say Boston in like 6. I think Columbus has been sitting for a little bit, and I really do think that does affect teams. After they just came off a fucking sweep, which you're thinking like they got all this momentum, but you're away from hockey for a few days, waiting for shit to finish up. You're getting the itch. It's like, come on, we got to keep this ball rolling. And Boston's coming off a fucking war, so it's like, oh, they're probably tired, but they're also amped up. That's they keep that effort rolling. So I'm gonna say Boston in 6. I'd love for it to go 7. I'd love for Columbus to even pull out a win. I think it'd be awesome. So either way, I'll be happy. So I'll say Boston 6.
Nice. I got Boston 7. Man, I mean, if Boston just sticks to their game, they're gonna be tough.
Yeah, they are.
Next, Carolina, New York Islanders. I have Carolina in 7.
Carolina in 5, Todd.
Ooh.
Carolina in fucking 5. I don't think the Islanders are ready for the surge. You know what? I sounded like an idiot. Last week I said the surge is going to get shut down. The power is going to get shut off. I was wrong. I will eat that. I'll eat my words like the idiot I was. The surge is on. The generators are running. It's never going off. Carolina in 5. I don't give a fuck. Do you see that team? Did you see that team? The heart, the passion. Rob Brindamore firing them up. You got Justin Williams. You got Aho, whatever his name is, Sebastian.
Sebastian Aho.
Oh, yeah. I'm for it.
Dude,
Canes
he
in 5.
flies, man.
Oh, God, he's quick.
And he used to play on Islanders.
Yeah, he did.
So
Sure did.
Should be a good series.
Yeah.
Next up, Colorado's San Jose.
Oh, Jesus.
I got Colorado in 6 because I just don't think that Martin Jones can keep up, man.
I don't think he can either.
For San Jose is a big question mark, and you're going to be missing Pavelski possibly for the whole series. So I just don't see it. I don't see San Jose moving past this round. And that's why I got Colorado in 6.
I'm going to go Colorado in 7.
Oh.
I think they battle it out, but yeah, I think unless Martin Jones stands on his head, which who knows, I don't think he will, but
no,
it's going to be a battle, man. I don't know. Might see just some low scoring hockey. Like, these are two tough physical teams that they got skill, but they also grind it out. Mm-hmm. So it's gonna, they can't afford. There's too much skill on each side where you can't afford to, just, hey, we're going to play offensively this game because you can get burnt by San Jose's defense even. And, if you play too passive, fucking Colorado's offense is going to burn you. So, I don't know. It'll be a fucking battle.
Yep. All right, let's go to this last 2 series that we didn't talk about. Purposely left it for last. We got Dallas, Nashville. Again, this series, I think, was very telling for how Dallas is. And to me, Dallas, if they don't have Ben Bishop, I don't think that they would win that series personally.
No.
And he's kind of the only person that scares me for Dallas. Dallas kind of struggled with Nashville, and I don't think Nashville played good hockey.
No, I don't think either team really played good hockey.
No, not at all. Like,
it was kind of sloppy.
And this is not me trying to talk shit on Dallas. I really didn't like that series. Was very sloppy, back and forth. The only game that Dallas really came away with and actually played really good hockey was Game 4, and when they won 5-1. But you look at all these other games; they're all 1-goal games. 2 of them are in overtime. Like,
right. And I don't think they were really like battles either. It was just like
Nashville
bad
did
hockey.
Not look good, dude. Nashville was asleep. Like, nobody did anything for Nashville. The Roman Josi had the most points for Nashville at 4 points, and Dallas could barely beat them. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like,
Nashville did not look like the Nashville that like kind of scared me a bit in the playoffs when we had to play them.
No, and what's fucking telling to me is that Saros was a 9.52 in this series, but I think he only played 1 game, which I think that's why his save percentage is so high. But Pecorine did not look like Pecorine in this series. But Ben Bishop's fucking 9.45 save percentage, though. Whew. But then again, you're also playing against a team that was not playing good hockey. So, of course, his numbers are going to be a lot higher. And most of these games were 3-2, 3-2, 2-1, 2-1. Like, and that's, every game was a 1-goal game. You look at Dallas winning Game 5, which was 5-3, but it's a 5-3 because they scored an empty netter at the end. It was a 1-goal game throughout the whole game. And if Dallas is struggling with Nashville, I think I don't know. Dallas just doesn't look that tough to me. Granted, now you go back on the regular season against us, and Dallas destroyed us, but Winnipeg also destroyed us in the regular season.
Right.
So
I will say probably another plus for Dallas is that Jamie Benn and Tyler Seguin didn't look too awful.
No. Radulov looked good.
Yeah, they seem to have maybe found a little pep in their step for the playoffs, which is what I was worried about with Dallas. I said unless they can bring it all together, I don't know if they'll be able to beat like a Nashville team that if they would have played like Nashville, Dallas wouldn't have won the series, in my opinion. But
yeah, I agree.
They came across a Nashville team that wasn't Nashville, and
they didn't really play that well against them.
And no.
Like the highest point getter was Radulov, and he only had 6 points. Like, that's not that much for a 6-game series. Like,
right.
And Tyler Seguin is the highest face-off winner for that team, and his face-off percentage is a 49%. That's not good. Like,
no, it's not.
Ben Bishop won them that series.
Yeah, he scares me a bit. He scares me a bit, but if the Blues can pepper him, keep peppering.
If the Blues play
Pucks on net.
If the Blues play like how they did in any of the games that the Blues won, Dallas is not going to be able to keep up.
I don't think so either.
So let's go to. By the way, you had Nashville in 6. I had Nashville in 6 as well. We got the number of games right.
We did. Just the wrong team.
And we almost got it right.
Yeah, we almost did. But I do remember us both saying, like, hey, we won't be surprised if Dallas does pull this out. Because we both were like, they're kind of pain in the asses when it comes to the playoffs. They'll make you fight for it. But
that, and I think me and you both agreed that Nashville just hasn't played good hockey going into the playoffs. And I think, like, yeah, they won the division, but they weren't moving, like, in the standings for a while. Them and Winnipeg weren't moving.
Right.
And Dallas kind of barely snuck into the playoffs, like, at the end. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to talk too much shit on Dallas because I want good karma here, but they just, I don't know. They don't scare me. Like, they really don't. Especially after watching that series, they don't scare me.
Yeah, the only person that scares me, like we said, is Ben Bishop. Like, that's the key right there. And good goaltending can win you games, so we just got to find a way to beat him. It's got a lot of shots. It's just got to be shot. We have to fucking pepper the shit out of him and get him working. Because you can wear him down. You know, something's going to squeak in.
Yep.
You know, we can't just rely on, we can't just try to find the good shot and the perfect shot every time. You just got to fucking fire away on him.
Yep. Totally agree. All right. Next up, here we go. St. Louis Blues, Winnipeg. We both were correct and said Blues in 6.
Woohoo!
Just a great series, man. Back and forth. It's good playoff hockey. I'm not even saying that to be biased. Like, it was good playoff hockey. Both teams looked like they wanted it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't think the scores of the games really give credit to just how fucking hard of a series this was. I mean, obviously, we had the one bad game. Game 3, where we just didn't play Blues hockey.
Right.
But other than that, I think even the Game 4 we lost, I mean, we looked at that. Well, that went to overtime, right?
When?
Game 4?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, we looked better. It wasn't easy. I mean, Winnipeg could have easily won this series too. I mean, they're a tough fucking team.
They really are.
They can wear you down, and they try to do it to us, but we just we didn't give up, which is something we haven't really seen in the playoffs sometimes for the last few years. Sometimes where we've gotten down, and it's like, where the fuck's the effort at? But they Blues showed heart.
Yeah. I mean, it was game 6 was finally we for the first time that I can actually remember, we looked like a fucking playoff team. Like, we came out flying. There was a line where we had 3 straight hits in a row, and the Enterprise Center was just fucking buzzing, dude.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever heard Enterprise Center as loud as I've heard it on that Game 6. And that's even I'm even comparing it to Game 7 against Chicago. It was fucking loud at Enterprise Center.
Yeah.
And Jaden Schwartz, Jaden Schwartz just becoming a hero for St. Louis right now.
Fucking 2 days before that, we're all like, fucking sit Schwartz, switch him with somebody, put him on the fourth line.
No doubt.
Do something with him, and credit to him, man.
Yeah, and credit to Braden Shen's skate, because if it wasn't for Braden Shen's skate malfunctioning, we don't get Bozak on that line, and Bozak just putting that perfect puck to Schwartz's stick for the goal. Man, Tyler Bozak, how consistent has he been in this series? He may be
consistent.
He legit might be our best player we have right now in the playoffs. He's just been consistent.
Yeah. I mean,
he scored some key goals too.
People were kind of like, why did we sign this guy? He isn't doing, he's not putting up a shit ton of points in the regular season. Well, no shit, he wasn't going to, dumbasses. He's done his job all year, but he's a veteran. He knows what the playoffs are like, and you just see it in his face, in his body language out there, just like how much he wants it, like each shift. Like, he's not going to lose a battle. The puck is his. You're going to try to get by him. He's going to hit you.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Pat Maroon have just been 2 fucking workhorses out there for us in the playoffs.
They have. That whole line has been Thomas, I thought was a little shaky at first.
His first game, we were both like, "What the fuck's he doing out there?"
Yeah, he's been taking a couple dumb penalties here and there too, but
yeah,
the later on the series one, he's found his game and he's fucking been playing good, man.
I think those penalties also come with he's fucking 18, 19-year-old kid in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. You know, which like you hate to say, it's like, well, refs shouldn't think that way. I'm not saying they think that way, but it's kind of almost like part of the game. You almost it's unspoken of, where it's like, you know, hey, it's the young kid out there trying to hack and slash against a fucking veteran or something like that. You know, the refs are they're more likely to call it on the fucking young kid, and which sucks. It's just how it is. But yeah, other than that, his game's been after game one. I thought he found his game. Yeah,
the one game that pisses me off though. Was it game 3 or 4 when there was penalties galore, like for both teams too, and they were weak calls for both teams.
Oh yeah,
and I think even Bissonnette was like, "Hey ref, keep the fucking whistle out of your fucking mouth and let the boys play hockey. Like you're slowing down the game, you're killing momentum for both teams. Like let them play hockey." Like
I think it was game 4.
I think it was. But it was like constant penalty after penalty after penalty after penalty. It's like, Jesus Christ. Like, this is the playoffs. Like,
yeah. Because I remember we got a penalty. Winnipeg got a penalty called on them. I think it was game 4.
It was a slashing penalty? That wasn't a slash?
Yeah. And I think I even texted you and I was like, I don't know. I think it was my other buddy. And I was like, that was weak.
Oh, it was horrible.
I was like, that was a bad call.
Yeah.
I'll take the penalty all day. Sure, I'll take it.
Because nothing
bad call.
I think it was a slash on Maroon. I think it was Scheifele on Maroon, I think is who it was. And Maroon doesn't even react to it. He just skates through it. Like, yeah. I'm like, how can you call that? Like,
yeah. Well, another reason I hate it, I'm also like, oh man, that was a weak call on them. I don't like that. Is because if a ref knows it was a weak call, that means we're due to get a call on us.
Yep.
You know, that means we're due for a makeup call, or they're going to call something weak on us, and it's like, you hate to see that. You don't want that in the game. Just let them play.
Right. And one telling thing that I think the Blues have over Dallas for the next series, and you know what? Let's get into it. Let's get into the Dallas Blues series, last series to talk about. One thing that really sticks out to me for this Blues against the Dallas is face-offs. Tyler Bozak is a 55% on face-offs right now. And
what's Ryan O'Reilly, like a 93?
Does it show? Or is it just give me the Bozak? Let me look. Statistics. Let's see. Mark Stahl, Eric Stahl, Jordan Stahl. Come on.
Yeah, Ryan O'Reilly's a 53.45%.
Yeah, dude, that's a very telling thing in this playoffs, especially this series moving forward. Blues, that's one thing the Blues were always struggled with in the postseason was face-offs and not winning the face-off and containing that puck and getting possession of the puck right away. If the Blues have 2 players over 50% winning face-offs and the highest for Dallas is a 49%, that's a very telling number, especially moving forward for this playoffs. And on top of that, Dallas takes a lot of penalties. Dallas had 16 penalties in the last series, which some may say might not be a lot, but if Nashville scores on any of those power plays in that series, it's a different series. Nashville wins the game. Nashville wins half those games.
Yeah. What did you say what they were for the power play? Like 0 for 14 or something?
Nashville was 0-16 on the power play. They did not score once on the power play. So if the Blues score one time on a power play in a 1-goal game, it's a different fucking ball game. Like,
yeah, and like you said, if Nashville can score on those power plays, they win. I mean, we saw it happen whenever they were beaten up. When we played them in that series, in 16 or did we see them in 17?
Who?
Nashville.
Yeah, it's 17.
And they were beating us on the power play. Every time they got a power play, PK Subban was putting the fucking puck in the net.
Oh, Subban killed us.
And it killed us. And yeah, you're 100% right. If they can score on the power play, it's completely different series.
And our penalty kills are equal. I mean, even on the season, we're equal on penalty kills. like I said, Nashville. I mean, that number right there, 0-16 on the power play, just proves our point that Dallas struggled against a not good Nashville team. Like,
yeah.
And Nashville's like pretty damn good on the power play too, and that's what like all of a sudden halfway through the season they just stopped scoring on the power play. So it's like, man, if Dallas plays a different team in those 1-goal games and you're playing a team that can score on the power play, it's Nashville or Dallas is going to struggle. And I think this is where the Blues are going to come in and actually might like really take it to Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, special teams are key in the playoffs. We all know that. So, yeah, I mean, I'm hoping we do. I'm really hoping we fucking come out tonight. I think we will. I think we find a new pep in our step. I think we're going to see our top line. I think they're going to break out.
Oh my god!
I could kind of sense it. I could kind of sense it the last 2 games. Like watching a bit, I'm really key on watching Vladdy because I like to defend him a bit. But I could just tell the way he was attacking the puck when he didn't have it, or so he's trying to fucking get the puck and put that thing in the net. I don't think there's a lack of effort from that line. It's just if they can get one game of clicking, I think that the fucking wheels are going to get turning. And
Vladdy's biggest issue, and he has this issue in the regular season too. If he doesn't score, if he's only scoring on the power play, and he's not scoring on the like 5-on-5, he struggles scoring. But once he gets that one goal that's 5-on-5, dude, he's off and he's off and running. Yeah, like all he needs is that one goal, and then there comes Vladdy. Like Vladdy starts flying, dude. And I think Game 6 was the only game I thought Vladdy played a bad game. Like, and that's but. It was okay, though, because the Blues played probably their best game. That was probably one of the best Blues playoff games I've ever seen was Game 7. Or Game 6.
All around from every line. Well, I was thinking this
they
last
held
night.
Winnipeg to one shot in the second period.
Incredible.
That's insane.
Incredible. Yeah, and I was going to say, I was kind of like thinking about this earlier, just kind of going through, talking about the Blues today, and the best thing you can have is when your top line's not doing stuff is when you have fucking 3 other lines that are going. Yep. That's how you win playoff series. That's how you win a Stanley Cup. Yeah, you want your top line to fucking do great, but guess what? When you have your fucking team like we are playing for each other and you pick those guys up, when you got guys like fucking Sundqvist, when you guys got like Robbie Fabry, who comes off fucking not playing much in the season,
dude,
doesn't play the first couple games.
He's gonna score,
and he's out there, he's out there busting ass. You got guys picking up the so-called slack of the top line, maybe not putting the puck in the net. That's how you fucking win games. That's how you win series. You got to have fucking 4 lines going, 3-4 lines going, and that's what we have. We have depth. And like you said, Sundqvist fucking workhorse.
Yeah, dude, and
that guy doesn't quit.
What you said exactly. If you look back at these games, again, like other teams and stuff, especially when they get later into the third period or overtime periods, they don't roll their fourth line a lot.
No.
And the Blues roll our fourth line like it's a top line, and that's where you're 100% correct. We have the depth. We finally have depth in the playoffs. Yep. And
even a guy like Steen's looking like, I mean, it's Steen, but he looks like a little bit kind of almost like a playoff Steen. He's out there working. Everybody's working.
Dude, you know who looks fucking awesome right now? And I know you might give me shit, but you know who looks awesome right now?
DP57?
No.
Oh. Petro?
Nope.
Gunner?
Yep.
Bo? Gunner?
Yep. Yeah, Carl Gunnarsson looks fucking good, and he looks mean, dude. Yeah. He's hitting people, like, left and right. Fucking Bowmeister is hitting people. Like,
yeah, I know. I saw it. It was Game 6. I said, who the fuck's that guy?
Dude, our defense is stepping it up. The only person I wish that would hit just a little more is Parayko. But other than that, Parayko's Parayko's playing consistent hockey right now. Like, and that's what you need. That's all you need in the playoffs. You just need to be consistent.
Steady, consistent, and a lot of props to Vince Dunn as well. He fucking did a phenomenal job shutting down Line A for a couple games and top lines for a fucking 20-something-year-old fucking rookie.
Yeah,
our D just looks good.
We put Gunnarsson in with Pietrangelo in the games 5 and 6. I mean, those two together have actually looked really good. Only thing about Pietrangelo, and it happened in Game 5. Also, like right away, he was out of position on 2 goals, It's like, just stay. That's the only criticism I have on Pietrangelo right now. And I don't like Pietrangelo, but that's my only criticism on Pietrangelo. Stay in position. Stop chasing.
Yeah.
Stay in position.
Yep. That's why I think him and Dunn worked so well together when they were paired, because Dunn was able to be the guy that's kind of free running around a little bit.
Yep.
And Petro was able to stay home and be a smart defenseman. So
and credit to Pietrangelo. He has 6 points, leading our team in points right now, 6. I don't think he's going to continue to lead our team in points, especially if Schwartzy keeps fucking scoring. So,
yeah.
And goddamn, man, if that top line gets going, Blues look legitimately scary. Like,
yeah.
Like, if that means we're going to have 4 lines that are scoring, if that top line gets scoring. Because we have 3 already.
Right. And if those guys get going, watch out.
Fabry is due. Fabry has almost scored in both games he has played. Like, several times.
Yeah, that looks like the Robbie Fabry of like when we first fucking got him, and just buzzing.
Wait, what podcast said play Robbie Fabry? Because in the last few games of the regular season, it looks like Fabry found his game again.
I believe that was us.
Was that us?
It's the fellas here at Offended said, Berube, put him in.
Fucking love Ruby. Fucking relentless.
Yeah,
skate at 1:00 at Mills tomorrow. I'm just kidding.
Just fucking kidding. And I just want to point out to Berube, the best thing he did was fucking Game 5. About 5 minutes into the second period, switching up those lines.
Mm-hmm. It threw Winnipeg off.
Threw him off and fucking got the fucking wheels going for the guys.
Hey, Hitch, that's how you switch up lines. You act like you keep the lines the same when you know you're switching them up, like, right away. Like, and you don't continue to switch up the lines throughout the game. You keep it. You just roll with that for the rest of the game. Then, dude, that threw Winnipeg off. I don't care what anybody says. Winnipeg could not contain us after that.
Nope. Great call by him. And I like that about Berube.
Yeah, dude.
He's not gonna throw the lines off too much. He's gonna try to keep them together because he knows, he does. Those guys are trying to build chemistry. It's easier for him to keep the lines together. He has faith in his guys, which is huge. Goes a long way. Where Hitchcock was fucking flip-flopping everybody. Guys don't know what's going on. It's fucking...
Dude, one thing that sticks out to me, too, about Berube is him and Ott. And you can just tell they act like they're still playing in some ways.
Yes.
And you could tell they're a player's coach and, like, fucking... After games 1 and 2, fucking Ott and Berube are chirping at the Winnipeg. Like, it's hilarious. It's like, you guys aren't playing, right? I love it. I fucking love it.
Yeah. It's huge, man. You need, you kind of need those former player coaches that have been there. They've been through the playoff grind and they were tough sons of bitches because you need that tough mentality in the playoffs.
Yep.
And there are players that they don't always have the tough mentality, but if you can fucking put it in their mind come playoff time, they're going to follow you. And these players have said, hey, we're behind this guy. We trust him. And he gets them fired up. And I would, too. He's a scary motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking embarrassing.
I love it. I just love seeing them getting all hyped up, like, after the games and stuff. I'm like, man.
Oh, yeah.
This is great. It's great. And they, like, that. It's little things like that help out the team, man. They really help out the team.
Yep. Go a long way.
Yep. They really do. All right, so who do you got? Blues, Dallas. Who do you got?
I'm gonna go with another Blues in 6.
Blues in 6?
Yeah, I think somehow Dallas squeaks a couple here or there. I don't know.
I have the Blues in 5.
Okay, I was leaning towards that a little bit, but I figured you would say 5. I wouldn't be surprised at 5. I could see us doing it in 5, definitely.
I can. Yeah, and you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if we sweep them, honestly.
I wouldn't either.
I mean, I honestly, if the Blues play anywhere near like how they did in Game 6 for every game, Dallas will not keep up.
Nope.
There's no way. No, I don't think any team can keep up with the Blues if they play the way that they played in Game 6. I haven't seen a team play as well as the Blues did in Game 6 because it's not that Winnipeg is a bad team. Too. No. Winnipeg, I honestly believe if Winnipeg won that series, I think Winnipeg goes to the finals.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to say anything right now, but I might think the same way about the Blues.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, if they can play Blues hockey, it's a pretty clear path to the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah, after watching that first round, just judging on the first round alone, I think the Blues and Jets were the two best teams out of the West.
Definitely, yeah. I'll give maybe Colorado like a third. Because I think they played really well. Just Calgary looked worse than they looked better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm with you.
And Jordan Binnington, man. Whew. Thank you, Winnipeg, for starting to chant, you look nervous, because ever since they started that chant, the Blues never looked back.
Yeah, backfired on you. And I love this guy's mentality. He takes the puck after the one game, and then he skates off the ice after the other game.
Oh, yeah, they didn't celebrate. He's like, let's go.
He didn't celebrate. He gave him the head nod again. Shen was like, wait, what?
Yeah, he's like,
Jordan's
all right, let's go.
No.
We set a tone.
We got work to do.
Dude, we're setting a tone. We'll celebrate when we win the series. We're not done yet.
Yep. I love where his fucking head's at.
We didn't come here to take part. We came here to take over.
Yep.
And
love it.
what was I going to say? I had one last thing said. Oh, and to Hellebuck, real quick. Dude, you are a fucking douchebag, by the way. Don't make excuses. Fucking just be humble. The better team won, and leave it at that, man. Like, how can you fucking how can you fucking start making excuses like that? That fucking pissed me off so bad. I was like, how can you sit there and literally just start making excuses? Like, look at Austin Matthews when he lost. He goes, hey, better team won. We did not play our hockey. We did not play good. That's humble. That's a humble defeat. And that's a good player. Hellebuck, what are you doing?
Yeah. What excuses do they even have? Like, they didn't play bad.
No, they didn't play bad at all.
Like why? Yeah, like I don't know why they're.
That's what made me mad. I'm like, dude, you guys didn't play bad. You guys are putting your heads too low. That's the biggest thing. I think it shows, and we talked about this before. Apparently, there was some divide in the locker room, and I think it's kind of shows on just like on stuff like that. Like, like I don't know. I would never. I just don't like the excuses. I never liked anybody when they lose, they make excuses. I never liked it.
Yeah, I don't either. It's like, obviously Vegas has a little bit of an excuse on that Game 7, but
which is that's a little different because that's out of their control.
Right, but even then, I think something they were like, hey, San Jose, that's a good fucking team over there. They could have, when the Blues lost 2 games in a row to them, and Berube, the guys, like, hey, it's a hell of a team over there. And it's not going to be easy.
Yep.
And fucking for Hellebuck to throw excuses out, like, hey, man, you guys are a good fucking team. Like, what are you upset? Like, I know why you're upset, but like, dude, excuses really? Like, no, the better team just won.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, well, that about wraps it up for here on Offended with our Offended Hockey Talks episode. Let's hit them with the hat trick and get on out of here.
My hat trick. Number 1. Craig fucking Berube leading this team, leading the charge. I fully believe it. He is. We got our captains, we got our leaders on the ice, but that guy put a message out, and the boys are fucking following.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Jaden Schwartz making us all fucking eat our foot.
I'm okay with it. I'll eat all my feet.
I'll eat my whole foot.
Who should we bitch about now so that way they wake up? Fucking Tarasenko sucks.
Yeah, fuck you, Tarasenko.
Should have been traded.
Go back to the KHL. But Jaden Schwartz fucking stepping up when we needed him to.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, fucking I think we might get the Jaden Schwartz spark before he would take injuries and he'd play his ass off a couple seasons ago.
Mm-hmm.
I think we get that Schwartz back now. And number 3, play Gloria, boys.
Play Gloria.
Gloria. Let's go.
Let's fucking go, baby. All right, my number 1. I just got to shout out Paul Bissonnette real quick for my number 1 goes to Paul Bissonnette just for fucking ripping that Paul Gackle guy that found the Edmonton tweets. He was like, dude, that's a little fucked up to like wait until the night before Game 1 and fucking start talking about that shit. You're just trying to get him off his game. And he's like, Bissonnette's like, the tweets weren't even that bad. Like, he's like, he was young, and he even came out and said, hey, when you're young, you make mistakes, and you learn from those mistakes. I thought he handled that well. And Bisnet was just basically like, fuck you, dude. Don't even he's like, you should take your reporting. You're like, you shouldn't be able to report on anything anymore. Like,
nope.
It should get your license revoked on that. Like, I agree.
Yep.
I totally agree.
Yep.
With that, that's my number one. My number two, I love playoff hockey. Like, I just love playoff hockey. Like,
it's the best. Nothing's better.
And that round one, man, one of the best round ones of playoff hockey I've ever seen. Upsets galore, game sevens, overtimes. I mean, just that's what you want. You want drama. You want exciting hockey, and it's just I was so entertained.
Yeah. Can I add on to that?
Yeah.
Real quick. Mm-hmm. So I just want to say this, because I forgot to say it earlier. To people complaining that some of these, not having these top teams and blah, blah, blah in the next round isn't good for hockey, you're an idiot.
Right.
You're a complete fucking idiot. Trust me, I get it. You want the big markets in there, and it's going to pull it in. Nah. Shut up. Half of you don't even watch the team. The hockey fans of Boston's and fucking New York and Toronto, whatever, all those fucking guys, Chicago. You don't even watch any other team except your own. So shut up. You wouldn't watch anyway if you didn't have them winning. This is great for hockey. Why? Because it's good for the fucking future. If you get teams like Carolina and Columbus, if they go further and further in these playoffs, the Blues, that's good, because then for next season, this means that, oh shit, these teams could make it. And if they keep making it, you start in these new playoff rivalries. You're getting these matchups where you're like, hey, somebody, they could beat them. Columbus could beat the Caps again. Right. Columbus could beat Pittsburgh. Columbus could beat fucking, Joe Schmo. And it's good for the future of this game. You don't want the same fucking 8 teams always making it to the Final Four or whatever every year.
That's exactly
I
what
get
I said
it.
to Katie last time. Like, it's a breath of fresh air in the NHL right now. It's a breath of fresh air for the playoffs. The only team that's been there is Boston. Like,
yeah, and if it wasn't these teams if we still got the Caps again or we got the Pens, I wouldn't be upset. Like, I still love it because it's still good hockey. Mm-hmm. But it's a breath of fresh air, and it just means next year, watch the fuck out for these wild card teams, for these teams in the bottom of the pack. It's so good for the game, because now you're getting markets that are bigger. Carolina, holy shit, they just rejuvenated their market when they think they were getting talked about getting moved.
Blues are legitimately becoming a huge market for the NHL. I mean, look at even fucking Barstool Sports, the way that they talk about the Blues. I mean, they're selling their ugly ass shirts, don't get me wrong, but they're starting to sell Blues shirts. Like, Blues hockey? You're telling me you have more Blues hockey t-shirts for sale than Cardinals shirts on Barstool Sports?
Right.
What? Like, the Blues are becoming a huge market, and fuck, look how many games we were on NBC this year. We get the All-Star game next year.
Yeah, I mean, we had one of the best Winter Classics.
Yeah, the Blues are legitimately becoming a major market for the NHL.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is what you want. I just wanted to add that because people are complaining and blah, blah. It's like, you're just not a true fan if you don't understand how awesome this is.
Yep.
How good it is. Like, unless you're not a true hockey fan, unless you realize, holy shit, this is great stuff.
Right.
This is incredible. This is why it's the best sport, because it's not predictable. It's not the Golden State Warriors are going to run through everybody or whoever. This isn't that. That's why it's so fucking good. So shut up, watch the playoffs, and fucking enjoy it, you stupid idiots.
Stupid fucks. And my third, I'm going to have a tie here. Thank you, MCU, because, just what a hell of a run that's been. Avengers, Endgame. Yeah. Can't wait to see it. And also my 3 play Gloria. Let's go. Let's go Blues.
I realized all 3 of mine were just Blue stuff. I'm just amped up for the night. I'm just amped up. I should have even said shout out to the Canes or something. I don't fucking know, but just shout out playoff hockey.
That's why I shouted out just the entire first round.
Yeah, that's my overtime goal. Shout out playoff hockey.
All right. Well, anyway, you can follow Offended on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Periscope at OffendedPod. Make sure to go follow PWP Nation at PWP Nation, all social media platforms as well. Go to www.prowrestlingtees.com, search Offended, buy our t-shirt. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, every Tuesday we have a Game of Thrones podcast reviewing the last episode. Obviously, it's a limited series, and it won't last too much longer. But that'll be out on fucking Tuesdays. We also have our weekly wrestling wrap-up, which will be out tomorrow for you wrestling fans. And normally we have our hockey talks, which is separate from this, but we decided to put it on this episode just because it's a big first round, and I think that was a major story this past week, was just the NHL playoffs. So we decided to put it on the main show. All of those shows, including this one, are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, and wherever you get your podcasts by searching Offended. That's all you have to do now. Love it. Subscribe, give us a 5-star rating, all that jazz. Make sure to go listen to our Offended playlist exclusively on Spotify at Offended Presents Songs of the Week. And you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope at Trick1042. You can follow Stoutsy at
Jimmy James 9417 on Instagram and Twitter, and James V Stout on Snapchat.
Nice. All right, buddy. Let's go Blues. I can't wait. I'm going to the game later. Here we go. For Stoutsy, I'm Tricky. Jesus Christ, I'm hyped up right now. For Stoutsy, I'm Tricky. This has been Offended, presented by PWP Nation. We'll see you next week. Bye. Let's go! Woo!